Live, Eye on the Desert from CBS Local 2, where local comes first.
Welcome to Eye on the Desert. I'm your host, Patrick Evans, and I'm excited about the program tonight. It's just jam-packed with stars, and we're going to start with an actress, an author, a Valley resident who everybody will recognize as the star of the original Bionic Woman. Take a look at this. Lindsay Wagner is here on set, and she is about to be honored this week in Palm Springs with the 347th star on the Walk of Stars. Lindsay, thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on the star ceremony, and we're looking forward to that.
Thank you, yes. Should be fun.
How long have you been a Valley resident here?
Almost 3 years.
And we first met a few years ago at the Broken Glass Awards, at which you were honored. Obviously, people remember your work with the Bionic Woman, but you did some really groundbreaking work later on. You won an Emmy for the Bionic Woman. But talk a little bit about what you did after that series. There were a number of movie specials, and you really focused on helping other women in difficult situations.
Well, yes, I had a unique situation in television because the Bionic Woman was so successful and my TVQ was so high, and that equates to money. Therefore, they would let me do films that I wanted to do that people just typically would not allow on television because they were too controversial. They were concerned about their sponsors and whatnot. And I always felt like they were underestimating the audience, that people wanted to discuss issues at that point in history anyway. And so I was able to do films about domestic violence, about child abuse, about revisionist history. Even at one point we even did a film, a true story. I like doing true stories because I love people to watch stories that I chose because I felt it showed people transcending their circumstance, not just surviving it. We've always had in drama survival. It's like, yeah, and where does that get us? More survival. So I love stories that kind of had transcension to them and characters who came out different, not just came out. And so we even did a story about terrorism and kind of looking into the deeper root causes of it and just all kinds of things I felt really great about.
I guess it's one of the great rewards about having a show like The Bionic Woman, which is an entree to do these other projects, and you know, because then it gives you a lot of cachet with the studios to get in there and, as you say, do stories that otherwise might not get told.
Well, then they saw that people cared and they wanted it, and that they didn't turn to the station and their sponsors were happy, and so it kind of opened up a whole genre, so I felt great being a part of that.
Tell me a little bit about Quiet the Mind and Open the Heart. That's something that you've been doing.
Yeah, it's been several years now. I've been giving workshops and retreats. I've been studying the integration of body, mind, and spirit since I was 19, really. It started kind of there. And throughout the years of doing my own healing and somehow just kind of falling into working with other people, and then working with, I actually worked with a program that's in the LA County Jail for a while, helping families struggling with domestic violence to heal from that. And the whole family, though. The whole family, not just sheltering women. It wasn't that. It was
trying to bring families back
bringing
together.
families together, helping the men, you know, with that issue, and the women who had violence problems as well.
Well, it's a terrific body of work that you have amassed over the years.
Now I do it for the public.
How much fun was The Bionic Woman? It looked like, you know, as I was a kid watching that show, and I always loved the $6 Million Man, and of course I thought you and Steve Austin were married. And
Right.
do you ever run into Lee Majors?
Oh, we do publicity every once in a while together, yeah. So it's like, hey, how you? I haven't seen you in another 7 years now. Let's check each other out. You know? It was really hard work, and it was a lot of fun. It was as fun as it was just as hard. It was tough. We were doing a show that had an exponentially more, well, how do you say that? More action, more special effects than anything that had been on television, except maybe a little bit of Star Trek, but even still more per segment. And they had us booked in the same amount of time that they would do Marcus Welby,
Right.
which was just a doctor talking to a patient. And it was crazy. The hours were brutal.
Well, in a lot of ways, it was groundbreaking television.
And
but
it was.
So much fun to watch, and
Yeah.
so much fun to have you on the program. Thank you.
Thank you. My
and
pleasure.
congratulations. We're looking forward to watching you get your star.
Great.
And that happens Saturday, 5 o'clock on North Palm Canyon Drive. the 347th star on the Walk of Stars.
Yes. At the
Congratulations.
corridor.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We've got more Eye on the Desert. We're going to be chatting with director Michael Lindsay Hogg right after this. Stay with us.